I feel like today was a decent day today. You know, it was very fast-paced, so we just got to get more in shape and learn how to focus while we going fast-paced and stuff, and not making too many mistakes out there.
Is it hard to do at 6 in the morning to get up to that speed?
No, because we up here at 5 in the morning stretching, waking ourselves up early in the morning, so.
You've been through this a couple of times. The first, day, spring ball, is there anything in particular that you look for, that you try and get, back into the swing of things? Or?
All we looking for is just effort out here the first couple of days, just effort, see how people running, we just need people moving fast-paced, just going, running around, fast-paced. Even if you're doing something wrong, just keep it up, keep up the tempo, just keep running. That's all we're looking for the first couple of days, just effort out there.
You guys excited to get back out there after, a disappointing season?
Oh yeah, we got a whole lot to prove this year, because last year was very disappointing. But so that's where it comes from, effort, just effort everywhere. So that's what we're gonna start off with.
For your defense, obviously it's still very early, but do you guys look for anything in particular you're sort of looking for in terms of to see how things are gonna shake out, or how some new people are gonna fit in?
Like I said earlier, just effort. Just people running to the ball. Like if you run to the ball, that's half the battle right there. Just running to the ball, getting to the ball. So.
Today, as the first day, I feel like the offense did well. We had a lot of explosives, but we have a lot to get fixed. But like I said, it's the first day, so we're gonna watch film today, later on, and just learn from it.
Does it feel like spring? It doesn't feel like spring out.
Man, it's crazy because we've been running through our plays for at least 2 weeks now, and I feel like what Coach Yost brought in, everybody's already starting to pick it up, especially for the first practice. We just have some mental things that we have to fix, but it feels like we're getting ready for the season over the summer.
What are your impressions of the new wrinkles in the offense?
Oh, I love it. I just like the air raid portion of it, and there's gonna be somebody open, and we do a lot of tempo. We just gotta get everybody in shape. But other than that, this is the offense that I love. Being able to go back and pass the ball, having a lot of vertical routes and tempo. So it's just playing to my advantage right now.
Is it much different than what you've been playing in the last couple of years?
Oh yeah, here is completely different. We did some stuff under the gun, muddle huddle, and kind of slowing it down, picking it up, establishing the run, and then we can also go back and throw it. But this is kind of like, hey, we're gonna get set, we're gonna tempo, and really take what the defense gives us. If we're able to run, we're gonna run, but we want to pass the ball, and that's what I look forward to.
So, what's your initial impression of Coach Yost? Obviously you've been with him for a couple of weeks now, but what's it been like working with him so far?
It's fun. Like I said, I've only gotten to work with him for at least 3 weeks. With him traveling and stuff like that. But we're meeting all the time, watching film, and I've learned a lot from him just in 2 to 3 weeks. And I can't wait to see the opportunities that I have and the stuff that he brings into us quarterbacks.
Did you know much about him before he got here?
I don't, but his from him going to Washington State with Mike Leach, and then also going to Oregon. And I've always liked Oregon's offense when I was small, the tempo. And then with him, Chase Daniels, he's from my area. I'm from Dallas, from Salt Lake. So having that guy, then he's coached somebody that was my height, 5'11", still doing that air raid. So he knows kind of how I can see in the pocket and different things that I can fix. So
fast practice, fast paced. I thought just for where we're at and installing a new offense, I thought it was pretty good. Long ways to go. Kids are working hard. I thought the defense did a nice job of getting aligned and did all that, but we're still in shorts and T-shirts, so it's hard to tell.
And you're inside for some reason.
Yeah, February the 28th, earliest we've ever started around here. And so hopefully we can get outside after spring break. Mother Nature will melt that thing off.
What are the biggest things you're looking for the first couple of weeks of spring practice?
Well, right out of the gate, you're looking at, the ability for the offense to install an offense over 3 weeks of off season and then have some retention. We're going to have most of the offense in 3 days. So it's going to be major overload on the offensive guys for 3 straight days. You're looking for effort, okay? You're looking for leaders to start to emerge, those kind of things. But really until you put pads on, it's hard to get a great evaluation on an individual guy. We need to rebuild the offensive line. We need to rebuild the defensive line. And we've got to be able to move some young linebackers around and figure out what's our best linebacker combo right now.
Is the focus right now more on teaching than evaluating just because, like you said, it's so early? I mean, can you really start judging anything yet?
Teaching and evaluating always go hand in hand, Lynn, because you are trying to teach a little bit more, but you're always evaluating. You're always evaluating a quarterback's throw. You're always evaluating, an O-lineman's first step. You're always evaluating the communication on the defensive side. You're always evaluating. So I think that there has to be a good mix of both of those.
Coach, can you tell us the new offense that you're implementing? Give us some details about
Well, it's very, very similar to what we've done, just in terms of playing up-tempo and no huddle. We're always going to be aggressive down the field throws. And then depending on who the quarterback is, there's going to be an element of quarterback run game.
As far as injuries go, I mean, guys you're holding out or
Let's talk. Yeah. Cody Boyer had an appendicitis, so he's going to be out, emergency appendectomy. So he's going to be out this week, spring break, and hopefully maybe towards the end of that second week he may miss the first scrimmage, but then he'll be back. John Charles Rockmore is going to be limited to mostly not, just coming off his surgery. Dax Raymond, Chase and Anderson will be limited. They'll get to go through individual and some past skeleton stuff like that, but no contact. Mason Tobeck's coming off surgery. Jeremiah Oney is still coming off surgery, so he'll be out most of spring, very limited. I may be leaving off a couple. Okay.
The new special teams coach, how quickly did that come about? I mean, I know it was just announced last night, but and what went into that decision? You felt like it was an area you really needed to address?
Just felt like it was an area that we can get better at, coming off of last year, that we can improve. With the opening, I felt it was the best, instead of hiring just a specialty running back coach, to be able to hire a guy like Mark Tomerdahl, who's a veteran special teams guy. He has been around a long time. We've competed against him when he was at La Tech. And so to be able to add him to our staff and really to our players, it's going to be a tremendous advantage for our players. He's coached in this offense for 7 years at Louisiana Tech and at Cal, or in a version of this offense. And so he's used to that from a running back standpoint and also dealing with it in his special teams. But very excited to have him on staff.
I know this was a hard one to answer, but just based on maybe weight room transformation in the offseason, which guys that didn't see a lot of playing time last year might we expect to be more of an impact roles this season?
Well, you always got guys coming out of the weight room in terms of red shirts and guys that didn't play a whole lot or any last year. Still, I think it's probably a little early to tell. I think probably maybe after Thursday morning I'll know a little bit more. But there's a lot of guys that have changed their body. Coach Scholes and his staff do a tremendous job, I believe. And there's a lot of guys that have changed their body. They look different out here. They're moving faster. I'll tell you what, Rashard Lewis is faster. You can just tell right now. I mean, he feels his jersey out. It don't just hang off of him anymore. But he looks faster. So there's a lot of guys that have changed their bodies, but kind of wait till we get to that evaluation, maybe a few more days.
Fair enough.
Okay.